In this question, we have a quadratic situation. A quadratic situation is related to the idea of ax squared plus bx plus c. So an equation that in one way or another can be moved into a similar format is a quadratic and is the equation of a parabola. So we know this is a quadratic. And what you want to do when you say to yourself, okay, this situation is a quadratic, is you want to get it equal to 0 on one side, preferably with the x squared being positive. So we're going to take away b from both sides of this, and it'll give us 3x squared minus 5x minus b equals 0. So once again, when we say to ourselves, okay, we have a quadratic here, this is a quadratic, we want to get it on one side equal to 0. And next, we should notice that we're being told there are no real solutions. There are no solutions. And the number of solutions for a quadratic is a reference to the idea of the discriminant. The discriminant comes from the quadratic formula. It's this part of the quadratic formula. And if the discriminant is positive, 0, or negative, it'll impact your number of solutions. So we're just going to use some invented numbers here. These numbers have nothing to do with this question. So if the discriminant is positive, here we would be adding 2 and taking away 2. So we'd get 2 answers when the discriminant is positive. If the discriminant is 0, here we're not adding or taking away anything. The answer would be 2/3, and there's 1 answer. And when the discriminant is negative, here you're not allowed to have a negative under a radical, so there are no solutions. So when they tell us in this situation that there are no real solutions, they're telling us that b squared minus 4ac is a negative number in this situation. Now, the a of our quadratic right now is the 3. The b is the -5, and the c is the minus b. So the fact that c is b, is minus b, is a really weird thing. There's kind of an overlap of how the letters are being used. Now, we're doing that on purpose in this example because we're noticing that that's what the SAT does. So if you just plug them in without even thinking about the confusion of the overlapping letters, it's even better. So b squared minus 4ac less than 0 is -5 squared minus 4 times 3 times minus b less than 0. So we just plugged in the idea that b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Now we're simplifying. -5 squared is 25. -4 times -3 is -12 times -b comes back positive, and it's positive 12b less than 0. So right now we have 25 plus 12b less than 0. If we take away 25 from both sides, we'll have 12b less than -25. And when we divide by 12, we'll have b is less than -2.08 and some more decimals there, but it doesn't matter. So now thinking about that on a number line, we just found out that if b were on a number line, let's say we have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, -1, -2, -3, we found out that b is less than -2.08, which would be somewhere around here on the number line, and has to be less than that. So which of these answers is in that zone that would be less than the -2.08? And the answer is -3 is in that area. And so the answer here is A.